I'm Dr. Jordan Wiggins, and this is the Pleasure Principles podcast. Join me on this journey where sex, science, and sensuality meet. Let's change the conversation around sex and pleasure together. Thank you so much for joining me and supporting me with my podcast, the messages, the sharing of the episodes, the tagging. I'm just so overwhelmed by how much you guys have supported me. The response is better than I had ever dreamed of. So thank you. Your support and commitment to bringing more pleasure back into your bedrooms, the boardroom, and this world is why I'm so passionate and why I do the work that I do. I hope this episode inspires some self-love and exploration, and I challenge you to listen until the end. No shame spirals allowed here. Sitting with topics that might make you a little uncomfortable, might be a little triggering. That is what stands between you and the sex connection and intimacy that you've been craving. So today's topic might bring up a little wanting to escape, but hang in there with me until the end. I'm hoping I can change your mind. Just like one of my Pleasure Principles clients, her business and personal life are thriving. However, in her words, my marriage and sex life could use a lot of work. She shared with us on our group call this week that reading about self-pleasure in my book, The Pink Canary, inspired her to masturbate for the first time in years. That is what we in the Pleasure Collective community call brag-worthy. So I wanted to share that here. Let me hit you with some facts. 67 to 94% of men and 43 to 85% of women report masturbating in their lifetime. So the majority of our population is doing it. Masturbation is a taboo topic for professionals, for patients, for our sex ed teachers. It's a secret married people keep from each other. But today is National Masturbation Day and the perfect opportunity to break down some barriers, talk about masturbation, normalize it, and celebrate it as a part of a healthy sex life. What words do you think of when you hear masturbation? Some that I commonly hear from the women that I work with: cheating, gross, harmful, and lots of stories come up about getting caught and shamed when we were younger. In the Pleasure Principles community, we like to use the term self-pleasure instead of masturbation because of the social stigma associated with the word masturbation. Renaming it gives us the power to reclaim it, learn about it in a new and empowering way. So let's talk about that. I want to share with you 3 reasons why you should reconsider self-pleasure. Reason number 1, self-esteem and body image. Being comfortable with your body and your vulva, exploring what you like and don't like. Getting comfortable with your body and vulva, exploring what you like and don't like, how you like and don't like to be touched, is the first step of sexual exploration and a great way for us to improve our self-esteem and body image. This is research proven. The second reason to reconsider self pleasure is the health benefits. And again, this is science, people. It helps us relax and sleep better. And who is stressed and overwhelmed these days, not sleeping through the night, trouble falling asleep or staying asleep? I know there's many of you. Orgasms boost immune function. So tell me who doesn't want more of that today. Also improves mood. And these are neurochemical and hormonal cascades that happen when we experience pleasure and orgasm. Also, there are no side effects to this intervention except the limiting beliefs that have been prescribed by society, religion, and culture. And reason number three, which might be the most shocking to you, is relationship satisfaction. People who self pleasure have more satisfying sex lives and more connection in their relationships, which is the reason why most of you are here. So, those in relationships that do self pleasure report better satisfaction with their sex lives than those who do not. Have I convinced you yet? So, the first step to better sex and more pleasure with your partner is actually self pleasuring yourself. Because let's think about this. How are we supposed to know what we like and then be able to communicate it to a partner when we haven't figured it out for ourselves? I hear a lot that we are in the pattern of expecting our partners to read our minds and know how to pleasure us. And this is a fundamental reason why things go wrong and get us in the pattern of expecting our partners to read our mind and not being able to effectively communicate what we like and don't like in the bedroom. And this could be with somebody that we have been married to for 10 years and have children with, that we have no problem communicating our wants and needs. But when it comes to sexual wants and needs, we go silent. Another reason why self pleasure is beneficial for relationships is because we can focus on our own pleasure without the anxieties of being intimate with another person. So, how does my body look? Are they liking this? Do I look stupid doing this? So, we're taking all the insecurities and the fears about what our partner is thinking or enjoying it, and we're just being able to focus on ourselves and explore our pleasure. And then once we can communicate that with our partners, look out, because a libido is going to increase. And here's a little bonus tip for you. Have you heard of mutual masturbation? If this is not something that you are practicing with your partner, mutual masturbation is a great way to dip your toe back into intimacy if you haven't had sex in a really long time, or great for when you don't have the time, energy for the performance of foreplay, penetration, and cleanup. Maybe you're looking to get that spark back. So, mutual masturbation is a great way to help reconnect you, add something in that's a novel or new. And it's a really great way to see or to show your partner how you like to be touched, or see how they like to be touched. And that can make partnered sex so much more enjoyable for both parties. So, thank you for listening. I'm so glad that you made it to the end with me. And I hope you go home and celebrate National Masturbation Day with a little self pleasure. Draw yourself a bath, treat yourself to something really relaxing. Maybe you slip on your silk robe and explore, see what you like. So if you find masturbation triggering, gross, something that you just don't do, I hope that this episode has made you reconsider. I hope you understand that by knowing what you like and effectively being able to communicate it is a step towards reigniting that spark in your relationship. Most importantly, regardless of how this episode made you feel, you are not alone. Having these vulnerable conversations, breaking down the taboos and barriers, we can start to reverse the overwhelming statistic of 1 in 2 women suffering from sexual dysfunction in their lifetime. Lack of pleasure is a health problem. It's a health problem that we need to start treating. Head over to Instagram at Dr. Jordan Wiggins and tell me your story. Also, make sure that you register for our next Pleasure Mindset Bootcamp live event where you will have access to me and my team for a week. Head to thepleasurecollective.com/Pleasure Mindset Bootcamp to join me, my team, and women just like you. You deserve love, connection, and better sex than you ever imagined. Have a great week, everybody. If you like what you heard in this episode, leave me a rating. Your support helps me get discovered by more women like you. Together, we can change the conversation around women's sexual health and pleasure for you, your partners, and generations to come.